Hey, what's up guys? Drew here over at RevHiker Outdoors, and this is episode 4 of Knife Thursdays, and for this episode I'm going to do a review on the Benchmade 319 proper slip joint knife. Let me just start off by saying I'm not a slip joint expert. There are some guys that love them and they collect them and they know tons about them. I don't. I'm more of, folder guy. Tactical, I guess you would call it tactical type folders, one-handed, stuff like that. So I do have slip joints. I have owned them over the years, but I'm not really big into them, so I might not know all the lingo. But anyway, let me jump into this and give you my first impressions. I did just get this today, so really excited about this. I've been playing with it for a while. General, your run-of-the-mill Benchmade box and the little Benchmade pouch there. Comes with all your warranty info and all that stuff, and I got mine in the green Micarta, which I think looks great. I love Micarta anyway, though. When I was an aircraft mechanic, we used to work with it making washers and pulleys and stuff like that, and lots of other little parts, and I just like Micarta. Anyway, let's jump into this review. Like I said, I am not a traditional knife guy, but I do have some, and just to give you a size comparison on this, I'll bring in a pretty common Benchmade. This is the 940, so you can see that it's definitely a little smaller than the 940 for sure. But on the traditional side, this is a Case Mini, or Sodbuster Junior, excuse me, and it is slightly bigger than the Sodbuster Junior. It's a little bit longer and a little bit broader. The blade is close to the same as the Sodbuster Junior, but it does have some length on it, not a ton. So let's get these other things out of the way here. I just did want to give you a quick size review on it. This is nice and narrow. It's definitely not as wide as the Sodbuster Junior in your pocket. This is 0.4 inches wide. I think this is 0.6 or so. So it's nice and thin, kind of really disappears in your pocket. One of the things I love most about this is it's got one of my favorite EDC steels, and that is S30V. Let's look at these grinds, which are quite clean and quite even on this blade. Nice and even out to the tip. Did a really nice job. Flat ground, well, more of it like a saber ground, or a little less than halfway is when they started grinding it. So nice job as always with Benchmade. I've had about 10 or 12 Benchmades, and the fit and finish on them has always been excellent. Let's get into kind of what sets this apart from regular traditional folders and what's the same. So let's go with what's the same. Well, it's obviously a slip joint, no lock on this. So for those of you guys that don't know, there's nothing to stop this blade from folding except for spring tension of this back bar. This is actually spring steel, and there's detents on the back side of the tang of this knife that hold it either half open like this, fully open, or they hold it shut. There's little flat spots back here on the tang. Right out of the box, very smooth. Little less spring tension than the Case Sodbuster Junior that I've got, but more than adequate. It doesn't snap shut from as high as the Cases and some other. You have to get a little lower before it kind of sucks shut. But as far as that goes, you know what? Let's just jump into the differences, because I like the differences in this knife. On this, everything's put together with pins. On this case, everything's put together with pins. On this Utica cutlery, everything's put together with pins. With your slip joint Swiss Army knives, it's all put together with pins. Makes everything near impossible to disassemble or fix by yourself. On the Benchmade, it's put together with Torx. So you can take this apart to clean, to change, to just investigate and inspect. Not that you really ever need to, because Benchmade makes some great quality stuff. I am a bit of a Benchmade fanboy, I must say. I currently have the Contigo and the 940 and the Crooked River. I've owned, like I said, a bunch of them. but I really like this knife, and I think another thing that sets this apart from most other slip joints is the blade steel, and that S30V is definitely going to hold an edge quite a bit better. This is their, what Case calls their chrome vanadium, their CV steel. This will take a nice patina, but as far as edge retention goes, it's nothing to write home about for sure. It's pales in comparison to the S30V. For opening on this, they do have a nail nick, and it's quite a bit more generous than this Case. It's a little further down, but still easy enough to grab with your nail, whether it be from finger or thumb. If you don't like using the nail nick, there's plenty sticking out that you can just pinch it, and you don't need that nail nick if you don't want. Really like this knife. If I'm just giving my opinion about it, I really like it. It's nice and small and slim, but it's still big enough to do stuff with. You know, some of these blades get so small they're almost pointless. This is 2.8 inch blade, 0.4 inches wide. It's like 2.3 ounces. You can see that they did drill out those liners. They skeletonized them pretty well to keep the weight down. Oh, one other thing. This doesn't stop the blade in the same way that most do. Most that you're going to see have this little beard sticking off of the bottom of the blade. And when this closes, this is the lowest point, so that's what hits and keeps the rest of the blade from hitting the spring steel in the back. With this, if you look down in there, right in there, you can see that little bar. That's what stops this. So when you go to sharpen this, you've got a nice little choil in there, or a ricasso, whatever you want to call it. Same difference really to me. But that stop bar is what stops the blade, and it gives a pleasant little thud. I don't know, I like that noise better than the snap of this. Anyway guys, you know, just like I said, this is more of a first impressions video because I haven't used this on anything serious, and it's obviously not long term. But first impressions, love this new little offering from Benchmade. I think it's a great first attempt at this world of traditional folders or slip joints. Got a lot of the old traditional things to it, but they've kind of modernized it and put their own twist on it, and I really like that. So anyway guys, great little knife here. Really looking forward to carrying this. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, don't forget to go ahead and ask in the comments below. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe guys. God bless as always, and I will catch you next time. Talk to you later.